Hi, and welcome to week 2. So, if we take a look at what we have to get done, there is one thing that's due tomorrow. I'm recording this on Sunday the 12th. So, on Monday the 13th, you need to have the Windows 10 Office 2, this should say 219, and file management, let me tries done. So that needs to be done by midnight. And then tomorrow, or really tonight at midnight, your test for that first chapter opens up. And so I wanted to show you in Blackboard. If you go to lessons, and first of all, if you haven't done your Let Me Tries, right here in lessons, there's this how do you complete the Let Me Tries. Watch that movie. I don't think it's too long, but it'll walk you through how to do that. And then this is the folder that has the link for the Windows Let Me Try. And then if you scroll down, there is a folder for the test. So one of the things in this class that you need to understand is that there is both a practice test and a real test, and that's for all of them. I highly, highly recommend that you go through the SimNet practice test, seeing what the questions are, finding where you might struggle. You can take those practice tests as many times as you want. There's hints for it. You can try each question as many times as you want. You can take the overall practice test as many times as you want. Once you're comfortable with that, then you can take the real test. In the real test, the one that counts towards your grade, you can only take that overall test one time, but you can attempt a question 3 times. So let me just show you. Actually, I'm not going to do that. What I want to show you here is in that folder, that test folder, there is this movie. So before you would do anything about this test, I would watch this, and it gives you techniques and standards for completing the tests, all the tests in this class, because they're all the same. They're all this simulated environment in SimNet. They are very much like your Let Me Tries, where at the top you're going to have something that's asking you to do and you need to actually do it. You can attempt those questions 3 times, you can skip them, come back. That's what this movie is going to show you how to do. So if we go back to the syllabus, if we go back, if I can do it, back to the syllabus. So that test opens tonight, Sunday night, at midnight. Okay, so really Monday the 13th at 12 a.m. It is due on the 15th. And so the 15th is Wednesday night, and you have until 11:59. So you have all of the 13th, all of the 14th, and all of the 15th to get this test done. You can start and stop the test. You don't have to do it all in one sitting. Once again, that movie is going to walk you through that. Okay, so that's the most immediate things. Get the Let Me Tries done for Windows, and then take the test. Then, if you look, we begin working on Word, and there's 4 chapters in Word. If you look at all of these, they're all the same. So you do your Let Me Tries, you do the pause and practice, you do the guided project, and then you complete your quiz. All of those assignments are due on June 27th. So once you get that test done for Windows, then you need to start working on Word. Each of these chapters, you can progress through the chapters at your own pace. So if you're very busy at the beginning of this week or this week, that's fine. you can move to working on it next week. Or let's say next week you're going to be on vacation. So try and get as much of this done this week as you can. So if we once again look at the calendar, the 27th is, so today's the 12th that I'm recording it. So you have 1, 2, and then a couple days to get all of the Word done, okay? Because then the test opens. The other thing I wanted to draw your attention to is this general computer assignment, computer concepts. And so that's something that's a little bit out of what you normally would do. And that would be if you go into lessons, and I believe it is in Word Chapter 2. So you'll see it when you go into these chapters. So I went into Word Chapter 2 assignments. So there's our link for your Let Me Tries, the link for the pause and practice, the link for the guided, and then here's this computer concepts assignment. So you will click on this. It will take you to the assignment. You need to move through the lecture part of it, taking notes, and at the end of the lecture portion, there is a quiz, okay? You need to make sure that when you get to the end, it's going to give you a score, right? Don't exit out here, right? That's not the last screen. You need to use the arrow to go one more screen where it actually says exit. When you click on this exit, what's going to happen is this creates what's known as a SCORM file. That score for you will be sent to Blackboard. If you exit here, it won't record. So you want to make sure on all of these that you get to that very last screen, okay? Once again, that's not due to the 27th, but here's my warning for everybody. Don't wait to the end because there are 4 chapters of work, and that's more than you really could get done in a day, okay? So just plan. With this freedom comes the responsibility to get it done. So make a schedule for yourself based on what you know your life is like, as long as you can get them done by the 27th. Okay, so when we talk about some of these other assignments types, like the pause and practice, like a guided. So if you look right here after the Windows test, I'm just in Blackboard Lessons. There is a movie on how to complete the pause and practice because they're a little bit different. The pause and practice is something that I grade. You can only do that assignment one time. Here's the big thing with the pause and practice. There's like 3 or 4 of these per chapter, and it's one file that you're building on. Don't submit that until you're all the way done with that chapter. Once again, this movie goes through that process. Then there's another movie. Now, these aren't about a specific assignment. They're just about how to do that type of assignment. So this one is a help on how to complete guided projects, right? Then there's always this, when you start a new product, this general helps and hints that just is, things that we've come across that have been helpful for students. There's also always a hint for each chapter. I did want to show you in each chapter, Word Chapter 1, 2, 3, Excel, etc., there's a folder called Materials. In that, the first chapter would always have your study guide. There's always a PowerPoint. There's the transcript from the Show Me in your ebook. And then this is what I wanted to show you, this help videos. Inside the help videos, there's always 2 subfolders, one that walks you through the pause and practice. Some students like to watch these and then do it, their pause and practice. Other students like to attempt it, and then if they're stuck on something, let's say you're on pause and practice 3, step number 4, you could go directly to this movie. See, it's pause and practice 1-3, steps 1 through 4, so 1 through 5, so your 4 would be in there. And then just watch that, right? It just is really up to you, but make use of these help videos, guys. And then the same thing with the guided. There's usually less guided movies because they're usually smaller. But once again, they're broken into steps. So you don't have to start from the beginning. You can just hone in on what you need for help. And then the last thing I'm going to say for this week is don't forget that I have that optional tutoring session on Thursdays at 6 o'clock. And I believe, yeah, this is going to be, let's see, that's the setup one. Well, maybe I don't have it in an announcement. I will make sure to get that there. The link for my Thursday night weekly tutoring, right? So if you're working on it and you're stuck, first of all, email me. I might be able to help you. We might be able to Zoom right then or whatever. Or if you just want to come to that Thursday night at 6, that's fine. And then I can help you. All right. So I think that's it for week 2. Big thing, finish the Windows Let Me Try, take the Windows test. But to take that Windows test, you need to do a little prep, right? You need to watch how to take the test. You need to practice, take the practice test. And then begin your journey on Word. Reach out if you need anything. Thank you very much, and I hope your week goes well.